Hey everyone, Kyle here. Just to give everyone a heads up heading into this week's episodes of Pajodquest, we had a lot of technical difficulties during the stream. There was a gigantic lightning storm in Alberta, so we had different issues at different times with Ryan, Shane, and Dane. We also had Chris's usual computer droppages hitting us, as well as difficulties at different times with Discord itself and with Roll20 off and on. So there's going to be a lot of random cuts and some jank. We cut parts of it that made sense, but we had to keep some of it for plot. So I do hope you bear with us through the technical difficulties. And when you notice things like Chris's portrait disappearing all the time from Roll20, there wasn't much that we could do. But with that being said, I think that you'll still enjoy the week's episodes. First one might be a little bit rough because it happened a lot in the first one, but heading in, I think that you'll enjoy where things go. What plot twists are coming your way. Anyways, thanks a lot, everyone. Enjoy the video.
Oh, wow. So now, Shane, when 10 years from now, when memes are made about you with that face, you'll be legend.
We just needed a moment.
Yep. No worries.
Were you not into the pun?
Oh, he was into it. He's going to tell his kids about it. That's how into it he is.
And it will be the best dad joke they've ever heard. So,
all right. So it seems as if Valor and Sir Quadri are headed to the tower,
Sure.
while Brutalitops and Vampyro.
I trust the
Not
pyromaniac
yet.
and the
Not
Minotaur
yet.
on space to
not
handle
yet.
things.
So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to bolt out of Gint Manor, out the front door. I am going to find. I need to figure out. How I can quickly get as quickly as humanly possible. I'm going to use my position of privilege, and I'm going to try and find a local noble who might be sympathetic to a few gold coins for a job. Like, it doesn't have to be like a super high noble. It just needs to be like a super minor noble, just someone who has like a band of followers, really.
Well, West Crown and East Crown are good places to find that. Given that you know the city fairly well, I would say that this is a good opportunity for you to come up with a contact that you would know personally. So just pick a race, pick their general disposition toward you, and that's good enough to get a start on.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, I assume that we're heading
Brutalitops, I'd
towards
say
the
our
pub,
goal,
towards the pub.
your goal would be to bring him back to the manor, I'm assuming? Or do you want to bring him back alive or dead? I don't
I'm
know.
going to call it Deal with Pinkman.
Okay.
And whatever happens.
Yeah, because you never know how sometimes people slip on a banana peel, Shane, and fall into a pit of death. It just happens.
Or, they're just being held. They're just being held by. What was it that happened to Ted Beneke? Like, he ended up almost paralyzed because he just wouldn't listen to Packy and Huel. Or not Packy, but what was the guy's name? The dude who Bill Burr played. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna go start checking out the local pubs. I'm assuming that because we also know the city that.
Is Valor still walking with me to go to the Obsidian Order, Valor, or are you doing your own thing entirely?
Is everyone still here?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
You are not. No. Well. Oh, sorry. I think he was responding to you, not me. But that's okay, Valor.
Thanks to your incredible noble birth, you are inclined to think of the best of your welcome in society. People assume you have the right to be wherever you are. The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure. Other people of high birth treat you as a member of the same social sphere. You can secure an audience with a local noble if you need to. Elf has a cool and reserved demeanor, but has a strong sense of kinship developed over time in the academy.
So I'm actually, as I run out the door, I'm just be back in a jiffy, and yeah.
Okay.
So you guys can wait for him if you want. He's just going to run as fast as he can and find his friend for
Brutalitops, I'm gonna head to the Obsidian Order to make sure we meet our reservation. So
It's not a restaurant, Ryan.
Hey, I thought it is. I'm gonna go there and order the steak.
Tower.
Yeah. So Vampyro and I are going to head towards the CD bar and look for Pinkman.
Okay. All right. So let's handle this. Everyone's sort of doing different things. I'll deal with Quadri first. Quadri, you should make through the city just fine. Let me just roll for you. No, you didn't. We'll deal with that in a second.
Hey, you know how I wanted an epic sword duel? Looks like the dice gods are favoring me.
That's a good idea. That's probably what's going to happen for some reason. Brutalitops and Vampyro. All right, you're aiming for a CD bar. You, Brutalitops, you're as familiar with the city as Valor is. You know that the seediest bars in the city are in Knavesport, which is on the same aisle that the Obsidian Tower is on. So you can either A, go with Quadri, or B, leave him on his own as you journey toward Knavesport.
Well, I feel like his one-on-one duel wouldn't be very one-on-one if Vampyro and I are there, and we're not so pissed that we wouldn't stay to help him. So I think that for the interest of plot, I'm going to do a little bit of metagaming, and I think it's fair to say that Chris and I kind of go off on our own so that Ryan can face his thing alone.
Yep.
That's
fair? Because you guys were looking for Pinkman, and I was supposed to be catching up with Valor at the Obsidian Tower. So it's okay that we split.
Sure. Cool. Sounds good to me. Valor, you do end up finding Herlar at the Silversmiths Guild. You know that during this time of day in the early morning, he's hanging out in like a tiki bar, drinking like sweet alcoholic beverages. So you sit down with Herlar of the Silversmiths Guild. He is cool and reserved. However, he was one of the people that unfortunately failed out of the academy. You succeeded. He failed, and he's ashamed about that. So what kind of things do you say to him to help him, to persuade him to let you have access to some of his workforce, or give you said contacts?
Okay. What I will do first off is, how should I play this?
So it's severe,
just
good. So everyone knows, severe thunderstorm watch here too. I know Shane mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, but for Dane,
you can hear something outside.
Yeah, it is definitely there, Dane. So we could easily drop because of power outages or anything like that. Very large hail, even they're saying. So it's going to be a night.
Chris and I remain unaffected to that, because we live in different parts.
Yeah, but my internet's been trash all night, so just fair warning.
It's okay. This episode has been technical difficulties.
These 5 episodes have been technical difficulties.
That's okay. It happens. Yeah. It's the internet.
So as I sit down, I order another round for Herlar, and I get an ale for myself, a hearty elven ale, if such a thing exists. And how much does that cost, by the way?
If you have it on you, it's going to cost you 3 silver.
Yeah, you bet I do. All right. So, so I sit down and I say, Herlar, before I begin, I pat him on the back and say, it's good to see you again, brother. And then I launch into it. Herlar, it has been so long since we have seen one another, and it has grieved me deeply. I must say to you that to see such a good friend leave the academy before myself, such a well-deserving, strong warrior who has many merits of his own, even if the teacher could not see it, it did grieve me. However, you have a chance today to redeem yourself in the eyes not only of the gods that watch upon us, but also upon the academy leaders themselves, should you so choose. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is this possible? Well, let me tell you. I will help you perform a deed today, should you say yes, and I leave it entirely up to you, that will help your esteem. That will help lift your esteem up to such a level that when you redeem the irredeemable, the Academy Masters cannot help but either take you back or at least recognize that you are worthy of the seal.
So are you? He asks you if you're saying that you're going to recommend him for another try at the academy, like if you're going to like volunteer him or like write a letter of recommendation or something.
Yeah, I actually, if we are successful today, not only will I write this letter of recommendation, but I will be able to provide you with first-hand testimony of you saving a man's life.
Yeah,
so he can.
Oh, this is gonna get now.
All right,
danger. Got Steiner's here. We got a good success in it.
we're either getting crits or critical fails here. So, Valor, please write the name of this dude down in your character sheet because he'll become an important person apparently now in your career. So he'll obviously agree, but there's something that's going to happen beyond that. So I will say basically that you now have.
Chris wins the stream. Chris wins the stream. Oh, that's the best.
You essentially have.
I can't block all these things out. Like I give up.
Nope. Yeah, that's right, editor. Like and subscribe now.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is one of the times.
If you're enjoying this episode of Pajodcast Media, which I don't know what number it is because of how it works.
I don't actually know what episode it is at this point either, because it could be.
This affects Herlar emotionally. Like breaks down crying, and at this point, he's going to become like the Silversmiths Guild itself will become essentially the party's ally, and he will be
Valor's ally.
Valor's
Valor
ally.
and the party don't seem to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I assume if Valor uses this, it'll be to the party's benefit. So not only will you get what you're asking for, but for your services in trying to get Herlar back into the Silversmiths Guild, he'll actually do this to the extent that he has contacts to like fix up the building to a reasonable state. He'll pay for it himself. He'll do it free of charge for you on the house.
What a nice guy. Basically brought him to his knees. You basically helped him rediscover his entire.
But however,
Yes.
Valor, now there's an obligation on you. You have to get him back into the academy.
Well, he doesn't
true.
actually. I mean, what happens if he doesn't?
Well,
then
Let's be real. If things go south
what?
and this guy's like, Valor, you're not treating me well. Valor can very easily say Brutalitops or Vampyro. We got some trash to take out. It's okay.
Holy shit! Who do you think I am? My Vampyro?
You are the godfather right now. That's who you are. You are diplomacying people, but the real goal is so that you sit on the throne in the end. We all know it.
So, do you know how lawful good I am right now? Just let me explain to you how lawful good I am right now.
You know how many monarchs were lawful good?
Let me just paint a picture for you. Right now, I'm looking at my bonds here and my goals, and you know what my goal is going to be? Goal number 2, because it's my empty slot, is to get Herlar back in the academy with honors, with goddamn honors. Okay. So.
Fuck you, Valor, says our typing buddy there in the window. Valor's story is going to be one of the most fascinating to track on the Pajodquest. Will he finally get his redemption, or will he really be the villain all along, like most people who are lawful good?
Before anything else happens, so I mean, I'm like, Valor's a little bit overcome with like, how successful he was mostly, and also just like how much he's apparently affected Herlar. He's like, I think though that we need to act quickly on my request, and I am so sorry. I would love to stay and speak, and I would love to catch up with you at a later point, but yeah. This man's life is in danger right now. And if you help me, I swear to you, I will get you back in with the honors that come from House Renoche and from all that it can bring in the academy.
He breaks down in tears again. He's like, go rescue the the innocent.
So basically, I'm asking him for something though. So I'm asking him for to get his contacts or to find a way to organize small parties of 2 to 3 people. I give them as good of a description of Pinkman as I possibly can, and I let him.
Oh, here it comes.
I let him know
2
where
hunting parties,
where we can expect to find them. So I want to hire 5 teams.
Okay.
So will 100 gold pieces be enough for that?
Yeah, sure.
You know the problem, Brutalitops. We gave him all the money.
Yep.
Yeah, he
can just bribe his way, which is something that I would also note that some people who are supposed to have integrity wouldn't do, but that's okay.
I'm not bribing. I'm just providing for service.
With that amount of money, you could literally hire like the city guard to do it for you.
Yeah, Shane, and Pablo Escobar was rich and giving money to poor people just out of the kindness of his heart.
I'm not Pablo Escobar. Come on, guys. Who is
fucking
murder people?
Hey,
when there
Valor.
are diplomatic solutions?
Hey, Valor.
Hey.
You're gonna need a bigger army.
Yeah. You guys
Oh
bash
no!
others.
Okay.
How many
Alright.
nobles are gonna get lit on fire? Stay tuned.
So, anyways, yeah. So I asked him to like get as many people as he can that would be qualified to do this job. And what I want them to do is I want them, once they find Pinkman, to get him out of the city and to get him somewhere safe.
All right. Well,
Okay, this has turned literally into Breaking Bad at this point.
okay.
The stakes are set. Who will find Pinkman first? Hank or anyway.
5 teams of 2 to 3 city guard in this case. City guard. To find
Busy
Pinkman.
cheerleaders. I think for Valor
And
it has to be
I
nuns
stipulate
singing
that
gospel.
he can't be seriously hurt. No more. The worst that he can be hurt is to be knocked unconscious if he has to be. Nothing more.
Sounds good. I'm just putting it in chat so it's in a written record.
You know, knowing your luck, Shane, your guard will get to him first, roll to knock him out, crit fail, and kill him.
So obviously, he would want to hear like what he did and stuff, but we can abstract that a little bit. He'll agree to your proposal, obviously, given your crit and the amount of money you're giving him. So, so Quadri, let's get to you.
I am, as usual, I stir the pot and then somehow happen to be in a situation where I don't have to see any of the madness occur.
Except you got your own problem going on. Don't you remember, Ryan?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was just sitting there thinking I'm heading to the tower, and then I forgot that I rolled a 1 for an encounter.
Yeah.
That's how long ago.
It turns out that you're gonna come across Seto Kaiba, and it's time to duel.
Duel.
Oh, so
Mr.
you are
Shakedown is who I found actually. He wanted my money.
you are crossing one of the Citadel bridges. So this Citadel bridge is known as the Bustle Bridge. Where you see someone sort of just standing in the middle of the street ahead of you. It looks like a dark, short man at first, until you realize that it's another Svirfneblin in like really thick clothing. Like he's covering up his skin and his appearance, but just from the way he stands, you can see that it's another of your kind. And he isn't wearing sunglasses. He's wearing goggles.
Because those are different?
Yes. Because sunglasses are different looking than goggles.
Yeah, one's more anime. So we know he's the leader of his group, because the leader always has the goggles.
Quadri.
Quadri okay, go ahead.
Sorry. No,
you can.
Cool.
What would I do? Or what would I, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was just going to say that you might recognize who this is, or you might suspect. I'm just going to throw in a little thing here that this is someone from your life underground in Khyber that has come up to the surface for some reason. Perhaps you wronged him. Perhaps there's something else going on here.
Wronged him? I would have never wronged an individual.
Did you say Khyber, Dane?
Yes, that is the name of the underworld.
Is this Reginald? Ryan, do you remember?
The only one. Reginald?
Do you not remember the last time we dealt with Khyber? I know that.
Oh, you mean yeah. Because there was Khyber shards. Yeah, he's talking about an old campaign we did where we're kind of showing Kyle D&D, and then Chris was with us as well. And we didn't. Sorry. So Kyle and I ended up facing each other at the end. Because my character ended up being the villain, somehow I ended up fusing a Khyber shard with the main villain of our small campaign, and he mind controlled me, and I ended up becoming more powerful. So Kyle had to fight me, and then that was where we went. Anyway.
That's
a Gundam fight to end it.
Yeah, and then we're like, okay, well that was a thing. Dane's like, yeah, if you're gonna do these campaigns, they're over right away because you guys have to, you know.
Yeah, well, I learned a lot.
Turns out when you build to the end of the world, it kind of has to end the world.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm going to give you an opportunity here. Just like I gave Valor an opportunity to create a ally or a contact, you get to sort of say a few things about your rival. So I'll say that this is someone who has come up from underground. It could be male or female. And it is someone who was someone in your past underground that didn't like you, hated you for some reason. Maybe it's a rival bard. Maybe it's a rival swordman with a rapier.
How about it's a rival former flame who I outdueled once while we were at an underground tournament, and ever since then she's held a grudge.
All right, that former flame that had a grudge because
I'm the better swordsman. That's the truth.
Because Quadri is a better swordsman.
Although that was 20, 30 years ago. I haven't seen her. And geez, she'll be just like a golden girl at this point. Super old like me.
Swift-Neblins live a long time. They live longer than normal hobbits. So like 150
Man, Betty White
years.
would fuck you up.
That's true. Betty White with a rapier. Watch out.
Let me do a name here. Random name.
Please be Betty.
What's the best old name I could get here? Lucille?
Well, a Swift-Neblin usually has pretty exotic names, though. You could certainly come up with a name yourself. The
name is all you. The randomizer is what determines. Gertrude.
Oh, that's just the most attractive name I can imagine. Olga, yep.
Just makes me think
all
of
right,
grumpy
so
old
her
men
name
and grumpier old men. Just these people are just like from the 40s and 20s.
Is
Apologies, I'm back. Apparently I have the bladder of a 12-year-old girl today.
Azella Spinal Sniffer.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Did I just come back?
Spinels. It's definitely Spinel.
She sniffs people's spines. That's a weird thing she likes to do.
It's a girl? Ryan's
Yeah.
friend?
It's a former flame that I outwitted
girlfriend.
in a duel years and years ago.
Why is it a girl?
You can't do the same thing as I did where you fuck a girl and then kill her immediately.
No,
That's
she's
not okay.
we're gonna duel.
Whoa.
Our relationship ended years ago, Kyle, when I proved that I was the better swordsman in a tournament.
Okay, she got
And he did it
jealous.
without chloroform.
Well,
all right. One moment, please.
That doesn't take any talent.
It doesn't take any talent to beat it. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot harder to make it look legitimate when you use that.
All right.
It's a good thing he repowered up Rusty the Rapier before he ran into her.
Yeah, it's enchanted, and I spent gold to repair it, and I made it all crazy so that it's like it looks like a harmonica, and then I hit a button, and the handle just goes whoosh, and then it's rapier.
Were you gonna say harpoon?
Yeah, and then I said harmonica.
Ryan gonna use.
And then I was gonna say harmonics, and then I realized that that's the studio that develops Rock Band, so that's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
This
with our
Great.
friend John T. Drake.
Goes all over the place. Yeah, well, he doesn't work there anymore now, right?
I know.
Sony. Ryan gonna use the chloroform and rapier. Ryan. Oh, I see.
Ryan with the
It's
rapier.
the same. Why am I reading this?
Chris pulls
So
out
the light
cruiser.
liquor strides under the sun like he belongs here. I finally found you.
Light liquor.
So it's I'm making up an insult because from her perspective, he ran away from Kyber to the surface world, and she considers him a coward for doing so.
Because he wanted
I had proven all my skills underground. I needed better adventures. So Quadri will recognize her and instantly start dancing around her manically as he laughs. And then says, as he stops in front of her, he says, "It's good to see you too."
I like the sass.
Yeah. He's old, right? That's the thing. When you're old, you don't give a damn.
So the audience, well, I guess the audience, the people in the vicinity that are sort of like foot traffic have sort of sensed a little bit of tension. Obviously, Sir Quadri is acting a little odd, but her demeanor is very like hostile, essentially, toward you.
Do I recognize that?
Would who?
Do I recognize that her demeanor is hostile?
Yeah, so you can't really see her facial expression too much underneath her cloak, but you do remember that the stances that she took, like the way she made her shoulders go stiff and her stance changes slightly when she was getting more and more furious.
Okay,
more and more
so it's time to
reckless.
set the stage then. I mean, if I recognize that this is going down, so Quadri actually instantly pulls out one of his instruments. I'll probably just pull out the pan flute, and I start playing one of my famous ballads that everyone in the streets might be able to recognize. And as I'm playing, I stop and I yell, "Come one, come all, for the great fight of the century!" And I just start hyping like this is going down here. Let's get a circle.
Meanwhile,
There is a Pippa as well.
Also
Pippa.
joining and watching.
Sorry, Chris.
So her shoulders begin to heave with rage, just up and down and up and down. You can see her breath begins to just shoot out of her nose as you begin to play your instrument. A few people do come toward you and sort of see what all the commotion is about. And are you looking to attract as many people as possible? If so,
yeah,
I would want you to
make
roll
it as big of a deal as possible. Go nuts.
All right, roll your performance check.
Sure, I'll reform. Oh, and I just upgraded that.
Yes, you did. You're at expertise on it now. So you gain an audience of 28 people.
Yeah.
How many of them noblemen who were signed to save somebody?
Let's see.
How many of them are distracted? How many of them are shitty people looking for Pinkman, but they're like, I don't really care about Valor.
Let's put this in perspective.
Hey, the loyalty of noblemen. Oh, lots.
They get paid a lot of money, and they're like way far away in some cases.
People are lazy.
Here's the deal with a roll, okay? When I make a random roll, it's if it's a good roll, if it's a high roll, that means it's good for the person, good for the group, or good for your intentions. If it's a low roll, then it's bad for your intentions.
Well, so my intentions was to get as many people as possible. So
yeah, and the rest of the group, like Shane wants it to be nobody, and we want it to be everybody.
Yeah,
so, like,
it has many. So the high roll would mean that the party gets more noblemen. I don't know.
Okay, sure, that's fine. So Quadri wants more noblemen to be distracted away from their stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's say there's another 6 police officers, I guess, that should be searching for.
Oh. What really happened is they saw Tim Hortons and went shit, and then that was it.
Well, because what Valor did was he hired city guard. He didn't hire noblemen. He hired city guard to do this.
This whole playthrough for Shane, it's like, have you guys ever played that Mario Party game where like it's like the 3 versus 1 with the canoe?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Where you have to spin the control stick and like.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shane's the guy on the one side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
He's the Jeff Gerstmann who just loses.
I wasn't even intending on that either, but
no,
I can't help that this random encounter happened.
That's just what this whole campaign has been for Shane.
Nonetheless, you have a large audience as you continue to play. The crowd becomes entertained, and it's about it's about a minute in until her resolve just snaps, and she charges at you, drawing her rapier. And stabbing for your neck.
I pull out my rapier, obviously, as well, which is not even sheath, and it's actually inside of the little harp. And then I instantly hit the button to make it come out and deflect her attack, and the battle is on.
All right. I'll let you get away with that because you were hiding your first attacks, but
yes,
now it'll be an actual battle.
There we go.
What we're going to do is it's going to be Theater of the Mind because it's a one-on-one battle. We're not going to need a battle mat for that. I'll just say that there are the things that you could use to your advantage are people. So if you wanted to like throw a person in front of you or something, that's obviously something you could do. Otherwise, this is a flat dual ground in which you can fight essentially her to the death. Now, obviously, this is stab each other to the death. I have to. Huh?
No, sorry. I keep on trying to stop and then yeah. You go ahead, Dane. I wasn't trying to cut you off. It's just the.
No worries. I have to roll her, so give me a moment to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Dane, would I be able to use my performance skill involved in this fight to, like, say I'm performing a fight as well, like doing moves and routines that I have practiced as a duelist? As a duelist, it is also a perform. Are you going to tell a fencer that they're not performing art? According to them, they are.
As a former fencer.
You could use a performance. You could use a performance skill on your turn to try to like guarantee a deflection or perform a stunt.
Okay, like if I wanted to like slide under her legs or something. Okay, yeah, put some flair into it.
Basically,
Jesus, Ryan, you gonna slide up into her DMs?
Get behind her.
I still don't know what that
Quadri's
means.
gonna get mad puss.
Do a backstab, as is the case. Like active dodge and roll.
Oh, I
so
see.
It's so small too that I can actually just jump on someone's shoulder and launch.
Oh, it's about Twitter.
What is?
Slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys not understand what I was saying?
I've heard the saying, but I've never looked it up before. But Urban Dictionary has proven it.
Yeah. Ryan, are you gonna stab her with your pork sword?
Kyle's reaching hard now. Kyle's reaching into the deep pockets of filth.
Are you
there.
gonna give her a reach around?
Oh.
Your bluntness is it's something.
He is Brutalitops for a reason.
Yeah.
You're only mammals.
Fucking mammals. Would lions need medical help? No.
No, lions have never been repaired from injury ever, Kyle. Never once.
No.
Repaired, especially the mechanical lions.
Yeah, this is a big lion fight. The fight between Mufasa and Scar.
Damn it. All right, I'll just
Jake,
check.
Is this sexual assault Clue, Chris? Is this the new game? Find the predator?
Chris Hansen's gonna need you to take it.
It wasn't really that hard to find.
Oh, that's mean. Yeah, I mean, there's a guy over there keeps bringing up reach arounds and chloroform every second he gets.
What are you talking about? I'm not even there, dude. I'm like in a bar.
It's true. It's true. You're right. You're in a bar.
This reminds me of that. What was it? The 8-bit theater bit with when they were playing D&D, and it's like, am I anything? You're not there. You're getting drunk. All right, but if there's any girls there, I want to do them. And then the girls like walk out. Has anyone seen that before?
I don't
It
think
was like
I
a
have.
flash cartoon from like 2002.
Roll
That was
initiative. I shall.
Yeah. Where's the
Dun-dun-dun,
Cheetos?
dun-dun-dun-dun.
They're right next to you. Where's the Mountain Dew? In the fridge. Duh. Can I have a Mountain Dew? Yes, you can have a Mountain Dew. Just go get it.